Taking a look at the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 54. Friday, partly cloudy and cool, a slight chance of showers to the west, a high of 67. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, a high of 72. Sunday, still sunny, a high of 76. And Monday, still mostly sunny, a high of 78. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 63 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Max.
Thank you for joining me for What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. We're time shifted. Usually start at 6, but it's all right. We're still going to have some fun. This hour will be checking in on culture and creativity here in Wisconsin and around the world, because I get to bring to you a conversation with 3 of the actors from Downton Abbey, from season 1 all the way through the film that comes out tomorrow, Downton Abbey, the grand finale. You will hear my conversation with Downton Abbey actors Hugh Bonneville, Alan Leach, and Kevin Doyle, also known as Lord Grantham, Tom Branson, and Mr. Mosley. So I'm very excited to share that conversation with you and let your favorite Downton fan know that is coming up in about 5 minutes. And there are a lot of weekend events happening in Wisconsin. Comedy, concerts, a book signing, a cultural celebration in Oak Creek on Saturday. So I'll get you a rundown so you can make your weekend plans. And Ringo Starr and his all-star band will be on stage, probably getting ready to go on stage about this time tomorrow night at Miller High Life Theater. And you have the chance to win a pair of tickets to be there to see a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, a living legend, and a lot of other great musicians on stage in his all-star band. You've got the chance to win tickets in about half an hour. So I'd say set your phone alarm maybe 7:35 so you don't miss out on the chance to win free tickets. And the song you need to hear, it's a banger by the Beatles that Ringo sings on. So that is all coming up before 8 o'clock. And speaking of concerts, there's a concert announcement from Monday that you may have missed. And it's, been a week. If you could use some laughter and something to look forward to, I think an evening with 2 comedians who are legendary could fit that bill. The best of Steve Martin and Martin Short, which every time I write it down, I just write Steve Martin Short because it's just easier for me. But February 27th, a Friday night, Steve Martin and Martin Short will be in Milwaukee performing, and tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10. I'm just thinking, they have been on our screens for years in many movies and TV shows. We've seen them on Saturday Night Live. Now they're in Only Murders in the Building, and it is so fun to be able to see these two, because their shtick now is, and I shouldn't even call it a shtick because they take it very seriously. I watched a Steve Martin documentary about how much they create together. Like, they literally enjoy writing these digs on each other, and it's really a lot of fun to see, because it's not really, it's got an edge to it, but it's not full-on mean. So Miller High Life Theater, Friday, February 27th, the best of Steve Martin and Martin Short. You can be in their presence, watching them laugh and entertain each other, but also, Steve Martin is a really proficient musician, particularly with the banjo. So there's going to be music, and this is also, not only are they going to joke with each other, but they've got a bigger plan for like a multimedia presentation. So you'll get to see things on the screen, and it will be more than just heckling each other and music. It's going to be a cool show. So tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at 10. PabstTheaterGroup.com is where you can browse that. But circle that on your calendar, or how somebody's like, what would you like for your birthday or for a gift? I think a pair of tickets to see the best of Steve Martin and Martin Short would be a great gift idea. Friday, February 27th, tickets on sale tomorrow morning. And as the English say, book early to avoid disappointment. And speaking of the English, Downton Abbey, the phenomenon that many discovered on PBS 14 years ago, it's coming to an end with a glorious new film this weekend, Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Hear my chat with 3 of the Downton Abbey stars, the men who play Lord Grantham, Tom Branson, and Mr. Mosley. That's next on What's on Tap.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Hey, I'm Sandy Max at WTMJ, and you can get in on a rewarding career opportunity with my friends at Three Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman. I just got a chance to visit with about a dozen residents, and it is just such a happy, good vibe there with all kinds of levels of care. And Three Pillars is ranked best in continuing care, assisted, and independent living, and it's a certified great place to work. Three Pillars is hiring caregivers within their assisted living and memory care communities, full and part-time, day and evening shifts, starting at $20 per hour. You could get more based on your experience and the shifts. The best part, you'll make a difference in the lives of others every day at Three Pillars. Go to threepillars.org, click on the Careers tab to learn more.
John Mercure here for CertaPro Painters. They painted the outside of our house. It was fantastic. I've got a big deck. They really had to navigate on 2 levels. The guys took their time. They paid attention to detail. They did it right around the deck. My whole house looks fantastic. Trim and siding. It's great. It's CertaPro Painters. Schedule fills up fast, so now's the time to plan your project. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or business. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They are the best. They're CertaPro Painters.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Downton Abbey fans, I think you're in for a treat this weekend and right now. This weekend with the opening of the final film in the Downton Abbey phenomenon. Downton Abbey, the grand finale, be in cinemas tomorrow, and you get to immerse yourself in that world of the Granthams, the Crawleys, the working staff like Carson the Butler and the Bates, and see Highclere Castle again. Recreate London life in 1930. You get to see Piccadilly Circus, what it would have looked like then with all the lights. And you get to meet playwright Noel Coward. It's a really fun adventure. And I was lucky enough to be one of the first to see Downton Abbey, the grand finale, at the New York City premiere and spend a bit of time chatting with 3 of the cast members. Enjoy this conversation with the men who you see on screen as the characters of Lord Grantham, Tom Branson, and Mr. Mosley. It's Hugh Bonneville, Alan Leach, and Kevin Doyle. I'm Sandy Max with WTMJ Radio. And gentlemen, I'm so happy to see you. I was in Leicester Square. You needed wellies for that red carpet.
Yeah, you needed a boat for that red carpet.
But what a thrill to see and be at the world premiere of the grand finale of Downton Abbey. So congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
Now that you've learned I'm from Milwaukee, what do you think of Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Each of you, what comes to mind?
Cheese.
Beer. I just like the way you say it. Milwaukee. Milwaukee.
Oh, do I have the accent?
Wisconsin cheese.
It's only fair that you get this accent.
Is it true that you're not allowed, like, it never leaves Wisconsin, apparently?
What,
like, you have to go and get the cheese to get it out. Is that true? Maybe that's a rumor.
Oh, no, we send it all around the world.
But you keep the best stuff at home.
Exactly. Well, you're welcome to come try some.
I'd love to.
So as we get to Downton Abbey, the grand finale, and each of your characters have been iconic in the Downton Abbey world from season 1 all the way through to this final film. For each of you, is there someone, maybe a performer or someone in your life that helped inform how you approached your character for some important choices?
Well, in terms of Robert Crawley, I remember asking Julian Fellows, who created the show and wrote every iteration of it, about the character of Lord Grantham, and he said, well, it's based largely on my father, and I loved my father. So that was a very simple and lovely character reference that one could just, get on board with.
Did you get to have some more rich conversations with Julian about his dad? I mean, I think that's a strong bond.
Not hugely. That wasn't particularly relevant in a way, but what was more relevant was when I'd come across queries in the script. I'd write him a one-line email and he'd write a 3-page reply as to why the line was like that. And so you sort of learn to use your questions judiciously.
Depth of character, depth of research. Alan?
I did a lot of research in relation. There wasn't anyone actually personally that I knew that kind of resonated for me. But I do feel that as the show grew and being around these actors, you did always feel a sense because you saw everyone being on their A game. Every time you came to set, you felt you had to raise the bar a little bit. And I think we all felt that in relation to the writing and then, the talent that we were surrounded by, that we all felt that, okay, well, he's obviously bringing it today, so is he. I got to bring it too. And that was every day.
Well, I'm thinking of season 3 where the two of your characters really went at it with leaving pregnant Lady Sybil away and those really charged up conversations. And you got to have another very charged up conversation in this film.
Yeah, but in a way, those ones in the television show were so heated and they were at such loggerheads and there were such contrasting characters. I feel even in this movie, it comes from a real place of love and care, what he's trying to do. And although he gives them a pummeling, as it's described, I actually think that Branson could have been a lot tougher, if he really wanted to. But I think he is coming from a place of love and care for Robert.
And again, that evolution of the character.
Yeah.
And Kevin, how about?
Well, I think they've all evolved, haven't they? I mean, I certainly Molesley at the beginning of the TV show was quite a different character to what he is now, and I think that's partly because Julian, who was an actor and a fantastic writer, he sees what actors bring, and he's able to go with that, I think. And so I over the life of the TV show, particularly, there was quite a strong evolution of the character. Yeah. He was quite a sour character, as I remember at the beginning.
He was sad, wasn't he, as well?
He
There
was,
a great
yeah.
sadness to Molesley at the start.
And so slowly that changed over the years. So.
Well, he really was trying to find his place. And now he's found
Well,
it
he
as
was
a
being
writer.
denied his place at the beginning because Matthew didn't really feel comfortable with servants and he was a bit of a loss. But yeah, the arc of the storyline has been a gift.
And Kevin, your comedy is a gift. From jigging, painting your hair, from curtsying.
That curtsy, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Epic curtsy, and some of the moments, and when you're describing the film plot, there's so many magic moments that you've created.
It tends to be, I sort of remember it as one set of humiliations after another. Really, he's never terribly comfortable. He was comfortable briefly. When he was a school teacher, but that was very brief.
Are there any comic actors that maybe you took inspiration from to get some subtleties?
Oh God, no! I mean, the list would be endless. I mean, I think of Buster Keaton and Stan Laurel and the classics. Really, that's who I go to.
And in Downton Abbey, the prominent portrait of Violet Grantham, looking down in the grand salon, of course. Losing the Dowager Countess, dying in the film series, and then almost a year ago, losing Dame Maggie Smith. Obviously, that's an obvious reminder, but for each of you, were there other personal ways that Maggie Smith was remembered during filming, whether it was maybe a catchphrase or a nod or leaving something, maybe something tangible? How was that presence felt during the filming?
Well, there are plenty of references to the Dowager's legacy. So she was always around us, and a couple of explicit references to some of her phrases to do with the weekend, etc. So there are lots of, you never felt she was far away, put it that way. And of course, then after we finished filming, she did pass away in real life, and so the film becomes inevitably a tribute to her, and quite rightly so.
I have to think those first readings that you must have felt her so.
Well, I felt her absence, and. But when we were, I think he was right. I think while we were filming, especially at places like Highclere, you did feel a presence, actually. The dining room scenes, you couldn't help but sort of imagine her there.
Yeah. And also, naturally going, when we're filming up there in the downtime, you've 14 years of reminiscing about times and stories and memories. So of course we did that a lot, and even more so now that she's passed. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Happy Downton Day to you.
Thank you very much. Is it Downton Day?
It is. It is in my world. It really was. Heck, it's been a whole Downton week, and now it's going to be Downton weekend. Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Those were the voices of Hugh Bonneville, Alan Leach, and Kevin Doyle, who play respectively Lord Grantham, Tom Branson, and Mr. Mosley. And it was just a sheer delight to get to speak to them as professionals, but also as a big, big fan of Downton Abbey. And if you see the film, you're going to get right back into that world of drama, dialogue, gorgeous gowns, stunning Highclere Castle. And the word I heard almost everyone say after I saw the film was satisfying. Because remember, this has been 6 seasons and 2 movies so far, and a lot of characters who you've got a bond with. So there could be the risk of disappointing people, but a lot of people were happy, and very, very grateful to Focus Features for including me in the New York City press junket, which was an epic, unforgettable experience, and for their part in making this film happen. Catch up on yesterday's What's on Tap podcast to hear tales of my being at the London red carpet premiere last week too, and check your local listings, times, locations, get a bucket of popcorn. Maybe bring some tissues in case you get emotional, and set in for Downton Abbey, the grand finale. And you're going to hear from one of our uniquely talented chefs in Milwaukee, Chef Gregory Leone of Amalinda, next on What's on Tap.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10,000 for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
For legal reasons, we must state that the Matrix Bedroom from Penny Mustard is in no way associated with any major motion picture of the same name. Any similarities are merely a coincidence.
It's no coincidence. If anything, Hollywood was inspired by the Matrix Bedroom.
Why do you say that?
Come on, look at the Matrix Bedroom's sleek, smooth appearance, the angled hard lines,
the tapered legs, and inset drawers.
I mean, it is Penny Mustard's most contemporary bedroom.
You could almost say it's neo-contemporary.
Careful.
Solid wood.
Forever tight bed brackets.
And thick drawer bottoms strong enough to stand on.
The Matrix Bedroom is a blockbuster.
We should really stop talking about this.
Fine. Take this blue pill and you'll forget all about it.
That's a jelly bean.
Yeah, I know. I already ate the red one.
The Matrix Bedroom with queen panel bed, 10-drawer dresser, landscape mirror, and 3-drawer nightstand, starting at $82.47 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
Everybody in town seems to be talking about the new director of the Art Museum.
Entertainment.
Ever since the Dallas Cowboys started using cheerleaders, it's all been about women and sex and skimpy outfits and shaking their booty and everything else.
And more.
Think of all the additional ESAs you can buy for $20,000.
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me on What's on Tap tonight. Your chance to win Ringo Starr tickets is coming up in about 10 minutes, so stay with me here. What's on Tap is sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. One of the things you can discover is our great culinary scene here, and Chef Gregory Leone from Amalinda has been nominated 4 times for a James Beard Award, but has never attended culinary school. He tells WTMJ's Libby Collins about his first job working for a legendary chef.
I walked by this building that looked really cool, and that was like the only reason I went in and applied for a job. It was because I liked the space.
What kind of restaurant was it?
Well, it's called Zuni Cafe. It's still there. It's a cornerstone of the San Francisco culinary scene, but I knew nothing about it. And I was like, oh, this place looks cool. Little did I know that I just applied at one of San Francisco's greatest restaurants, and I lied on my application to get the job. I had no experience.
What did you say?
Oh, I embellished my experience and told her I had worked in kitchens and I knew what I was doing, which was not the case. So I learned how to say, why don't you show me how you guys do it here? She quickly cut on to the fact that I didn't know what I was doing. It only lasted like a 3-month probation period. She was very nice when she let me go, but she did fire me after 90 days. She's like, you're trying really hard, but you're not very good at this.
Sometimes fake it till you make it. But since opening his restaurant, Amalinda, Chef Gregory Leone has used his talent as a chef to support charities. Ronald McDonald House, Tables Across Borders, and the Fondy Food Center, and a lot more. He shares his passion for a local organization that is particularly close to his heart with WTMJ's Libby Collins.
In the early days of your restaurant, you decided to help organizations that were not-for-profits. What was it that drew you to that? Because not everybody does it.
I wish I could say that when we're sitting there writing the business plan, I'm like, oh, and then this is going to be a big part of it. It's not like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm going to help these people because of this and this and this. It's more like I am in a position to help these people, so I'm going to help these people.
And there's one organization that you have helped for many, many years, and it's personal for you.
Yeah, Vivance, they are the local HIV/AIDS clinic, and they provide more than just medical help. They provide food and counseling and an array of services that people need. And so I know what it's like to need those services, being HIV positive myself. So if I can help them keep their doors open, especially with all the funds that are being cut right now, why wouldn't I?
And although he's been nominated 4 times for a James Beard Award, Chef Gregory Leone from Amalinda, he tells Libby Collins he doesn't think he actually wants to win. You can hear that full interview Sunday morning at 11 on WTMJ Conversations. And I actually got a chance to visit and hang out with Chef Gregory Amalinda during the Top Chef viewing parties. Remember the season when it was Top Chef Wisconsin? And we'd all go to Zocalo Tavern and watch there. And you could even see Chef Gregory Leone as a guest judge in some of those episodes of Top Chef Wisconsin. But he's, ever since he's opened Amalinda, it's been an award-winning restaurant right there on Wisconsin Avenue. So, and definitely a unique, because I remember when I came back from a trip from Portugal, I was looking for a restaurant that serves Portuguese food. And Amalinda, funny enough, was the restaurant that came up that had the most Portuguese influence. So I invited Chef Gregory Leone to come in on What's on Tap and tell me about those flavors and what inspired him. So get to know Chef Gregory Leone, WTMJ Conversations, Sunday morning at 11. I'm Sandy Max. Got more fun ahead. Ringo Starr tickets. And next, going to run down Wisconsin events this weekend that you might want to go to if you want to see comedy, if you want to see concerts, or enjoy culture here in our city. But right now, from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, here is Jessica Gatzo.
Thanks, Sandy. The FBI has released images of what they call a person of interest wanted in connection with the shooting death of Charlie Kirk in Utah. The person is seen wearing sunglasses, a long black T-shirt, and a hat. Authorities say they recovered a high-powered bolt-action rifle in the woods near the crime scene. Federal aid has been approved for flooding in southeast Wisconsin. President Trump says just under $30 million will be released to the region. More than 60 FEMA agents toured parts of southeast Wisconsin during the week of August 18th. Over 1,600 homes were significantly damaged and about 150 destroyed in the floods. A man from Oak Creek is heading to prison for a drunk driving crash that killed a local teacher last December. 28-year-old Troy Valancourt will spend 20 years behind bars and pay $100,000. He pled guilty to homicide by driving intoxicated for the death of St. Francis teacher Michelle Engum. Valancourt has multiple prior convictions for OWI and traffic violations. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Still looking at that closure on Les Paul Parkway. That's closed in both directions from Broadway Avenue and Lincoln Avenue, Broadway and Cleveland Avenue to Lincoln Avenue. And taking a look at the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 54. Friday, partly cloudy and cool, a slight chance for a shower to the west, a high of 67. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, a high of 72. Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 76. And Monday, mostly sunny again with a high of 78. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 62 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:31.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Hey, John Mercure here for Certa Pro Painters. They painted our house, the outside of the house, fantastic. They did the parts in the sun, the parts in the shade, the parts on the north side, the parts on the south side. They paid attention to detail the whole way. They went the extra mile all day long. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or your business. They do both. They pay a lot of attention. They took a lot of time with our house, and it looks absolutely perfect. Each Certa Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They're the real deal. They're the best in the business. It's Certa Pro Painters.
Defy dry skin for free at Merle Norman. Just purchase 2 or more items and receive 4 skincare favorites for hydrating face and hands. Your gift with purchase features trial size anti-aging complex serum and eye cream, ultra rich hand cream, and gentle polish. Offer available while supplies last at Merle Norman Cosmetics and Salon at Brookfield Square. Gift is free with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products. Cosmetic accessories not included. Offer valid while supplies last at participating Merle Norman Cosmetic Studios only. Limit 1 per customer. We reserve the right to modify the gift if needed. Promotion not available at merlenorman.com.
Fall in Milwaukee, where the air is crisp, the drinks are cold, and the good times are just heating up. Stroll Milwaukee's lakefront and explore its parks as they burst into a kaleidoscope of golds, ambers, and reds. Raise a glass at a beer garden that feels like a neighborhood block party, Milwaukee style. And just as the temps fall, Brewers baseball is turning up the heat. October dreams are made right here. This season, every color, every cheer, every sip, it all comes together in Milwaukee. Craft your perfect getaway at visitmilwaukee.org.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. So much to do this Wisconsin weekend because it is still summertime. I know we're past Labor Day, but the autumnal equinox has not happened yet, so we can still consider it to be summertime. And there is music to enjoy this weekend for free tomorrow. It's Alive Milwaukee. Remember the busking series that I've been telling you about? It's still continuing. And tomorrow, it's going to be great on the Milwaukee County Historical Society's patio. So right there looking over Paramarquette Park and over the river. From 4 to 6, you can enjoy the music of Christopher Gold. And he lives in Wisconsin, was born in Kentucky, so that's a soft spot for me, and is not always in Milwaukee performing. So this is special. If you've heard good things about Christopher Gold and kind of folk songs, kind of country songs, I like his sound, and I like the lyrics that I've seen. If you check out Christopher Gold on Instagram and get warmed up for It's Alive Milwaukee, free concert tomorrow, 4 to 6 at the Milwaukee County Historical Society as part of Milwaukee Theater District's It's Alive. And we were just talking about him. Ringo Starr and his all-star band will be at Miller High Life Theater tomorrow night. Free tickets coming up in about 10 minutes. So stay with me and you'll hear Ringo singing before the hour is through. And another concert to tell you about. This one snuck up on me. I didn't realize this band is going to be in town. Well, this epic man is going to be in town. Weird Al Yankovic Friday night, tomorrow at Madison's Breeze Stevens Field. I saw Weird Al ages ago in the 80s. He opened up for the Monkees. That was a really fun show. But he has not lost any of his steam in all these parody songs that he's done. He's won 5 Grammy Awards. But all of those musical artists that he parodies, they have to be in on the joke because they have to approve it. So Madonna, Lady Gaga, U2, Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson, Queen, all give their blessings to Weird Al's music. And when you go, it's a big multimedia comedy rock show. You will hear his hits and sing along, and any chance to see Weird Al Yankovic and just be filled with joy and laughter, I say do that. That's tomorrow at Madison's Breeze Stevens Field. And another concert to remind you of, Alan Parsons Project is Saturday at Milwaukee's Riverside Theater. Alan Parsons, if you know the name, you'd recognize the music. Eye in the Sky, Sirius, the walkout song that you hear for the Chicago Bulls. Time, Don't Answer Me, games people play. There's a lot of good music. But Alan Parsons is also an incredible audio engineer. He engineered the Beatles' Abbey Road and Let It Be. He also engineered Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. So he really knows how to create and craft music, including his own. And another fun fact, because he's such a great engineer and can apply that audio, he won the Les Paul Award in 1995. And that's a special award that recognizes individuals or institutions that have set the highest standards of excellence in the creative application of audio technology. So Alan Parsons' live project Saturday at Milwaukee's Riverside Theater. And comedy, I think we could all use a laugh. This person's name caught my eye. Lil Sasquatch is performing tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday at the Milwaukee Improv in Brookfield. Lil Sasquatch, his real name is Harry, which I think that is fitting for Sasquatch. But Harry Settle, he's a younger guy, but observational comedy, but could be worth going for a chuckle. Lil Sasquatch at Milwaukee Improv in Brookfield this weekend. And events, this is the opening weekend of China Lights in Berner Botanical Garden, which is going to be wonderful weather for strolling and taking pictures of the huge lanterns and the big, just all these different, it's just, the illuminations are, they're not 2 stories tall, but they really are big and different types of themes. And then there are also cultural performances and live entertainment, but it's just the intricate designs, and there's just these massive lanterns of animal shapes and forest shapes, because of forest is the theme this year with the colors, and certainly very appealing for taking photos. So China Lights, opening weekend, Berner Botanical Gardens, and it does go all the way through November. And a big celebration Saturday, Milwaukee Fire Department's 150th anniversary celebration at Henry Meyer Festival Park. It is absolutely free admission, free parking. You can join those dedicated firefighters and support staff at the Milwaukee Fire Department. And, you know, especially this week in light of September 11th today, to be able to look a firefighter and a first responder in the eye and thank them for their service and also celebrate the great job that they do. It's a good reason to gather. Live music, Chase and Mason is going to be there. And you can see old and new fire apparatus. There'll be special teams displays and demonstrations, good fire safety education. It's always good to get a reminder of that. So that's at Henry Meyer Festival Park. If you enter on the South Gate near the American Family Insurance Amphitheater, that's where you can get in on the 150th anniversary celebration. And Oak Creek Cafe, a celebration of culture. It's Saturday in Drexeltown Square, and so it means it'll be right after the farmers market, from 3 until 9. And I have been to this before, and it is fascinating just how many different cultures come together to share food. You can sample all sorts of tasty bites. It's called Free Tasty Bites from around the world from 3 to 4:30, and taste delicious bites from around the globe. You might have a new favorite, but Filipino dancers, a Hmong cultural choir, African dance troupe, Da Little Aloha Show sounds fun. And there are other dance groups and food and drink vendors. So it's absolutely free. That's the Oak Creek Cafe, a celebration of culture on Saturday afternoon and evening, and a book signing to tell you about. Do you remember Christopher A. Miklos? He was a guest on What's on Tap earlier this summer because he wrote an eye-catching book called Tick Town. I read it. It's fun. It's action-packed. It's the tale of a town in Wisconsin overrun by intimidatingly large ticks, right at community festival time, optimal for feasting. Well, how does Christopher Miklos describe his book?
It is horror, and it's pulp horror. I also kind of consider it somewhat of a love letter to the old creature feature B movies that I love so much. I mean, it's got its horror moments, and it's got its, it's got its gore, though it's kind of playful gore. But I tried to infuse it with that same kind of lighthearted fun that you'd find in those old movies in the 50s and 60s.
And he's also written horror movies. You can meet Christopher Miklos at his book signing tomorrow from 4 till 7 in Kenosha at Studio Moonfall. Meet him, say hi. He's going to be hanging out. Glad to chat with you, answer questions, and of course, selling Ticktown, and he'll sign your paperback copy. So that is tomorrow in Kenosha at Studio Moonfall. And last but not least, I want to mention sort of a break a leg. Next Act Theater, a very timely production, opens tomorrow. It's the Wisconsin premiere production of a play called Sanctuary City. And the synopsis is, in post 9/11 Newark, New Jersey, 2 teenagers brought to America as children now face an impossible question. What are they willing to risk for a future in the only country they've ever known? 2 dreamers, lifelong friends, will fight to establish a place for themselves and each other in America. But as time moves on, complications mount, and each must reckon with the sacrifices it will take in order to find a place called home. It's Sanctuary City, Next Act Theater on Water Street. This is opening weekend, and the production runs through the first weekend of October. So those are just some things to do that I can suggest. Get out, enjoy Wisconsin this weekend. And next, your chance to win free tickets to see Ringo Starr and his all-star band.
Wholesale mulch? No problem. We deliver to residential or wholesale accounts, and we can supply you with whatever volume of the highest quality mulch you need. Nobody around here has more mulch than Erickson's. We'll deliver you a 1-yard pickup truck load all the way up to 100 yards in a walking floor trailer. And if you just need a little bit, swing by and we'll fill up a 5-gallon bucket or 2. It's the best mulch you'll find. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Our decorative stone is available by the handful for pickup, all the way up to 24-ton load deliveries. And our stone is superlative. We scour the countryside, countrywide, from Arizona to the Carolinas. We search pretty much the whole U.S. of A. to find you easily the best stone selection in southeastern Wisconsin. See a rainbow of decorative stone colors to match any exterior decor. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby, because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain, and it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved, and in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all, because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Ringo Starr and his all-star band tomorrow night. Miller High Life Theater. The legend has been one of the world's brightest luminaries since the beginning of the Beatles' reign over pop culture. Do not miss out on seeing this musical icon perform the songs we know and love live. Ringo Starr and his all-star band. I got to tell you, I've had a chance to see him, I want to say more than once, but I definitely saw him a couple of years ago when he performed at BMO Pavilion. And man, is it a fun show, because you realize you're in the presence of Ringo Starr, you know, a Beatle. How often do you get to be around a living Beatle? We've got Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, but Ringo Starr just brings that different vibe. He truly embodies that peace and love mentality and surrounds himself with other great musicians who love playing great music, thus the all-star band. And I'm so pleased that we get to give you a chance to win free tickets to get you up close to, well, I won't say up close, but get you in the same room as a legend. And I always kind of joke, you never know when's your last chance to see a legend, because remember how comfortable we got with Tom Petty coming to Summerfest back-to-back nights for so many years. And it was like, wait a minute, we thought we were going to get to see him again. And then unfortunately passed away. And I'm not saying that, but you never know, or things in your own life come up and you can't get to that next show. So I would say the Bucket List Beatles show, check him out. Ringo Starr, he's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, really a cultural icon and a drummer who some would argue very underrated and influenced other drummers. And his son is a drummer now as well. And from A Hard Day's Night to the rooftop concert, Ringo was there, and he is still bringing joy and wit and peace and love and a real energy to the stage. Because when you see him dancing on stage, he must be doing yoga. He does not shuffle around like an old man. He's got some moves, and he doesn't have an ego, it seems, at all. He is really happy to share the stage with his all-stars like Colin Hay from Men at Work and Steve Lukather from Toto. So you get to hear hits from the other band members in addition to Beatles songs you can sing along with, and Ringo's solo music like this one, like Photograph. Oh, you can sing along with that. And It Don't Come Easy, and all those great songs. So Ringo's shows are fun. Connect with him. He dances, he jokes, give you the peace sign, and you'll enjoy the band. So right now, I would be delighted to give you the opportunity to call in for your chance to enjoy Ringo Starr and his all-star band tomorrow night at Miller High Life Theater. If you don't win, you can grab your own tickets, pabstheatergroup.com. Don't get shut out, but go ahead, take a chance. If you are caller 20 on 855-616-1620, caller 20 on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. It's your chance to say, I got to see a Beatle live. Don't miss this show. Call in, caller number 20, and good news, you're going to get to hear even more good music when you're calling in. I'm getting the song you need to hear ready. It's a banger by the Beatles that Ringo gets to sing lead. The song you need to hear is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanners.com. At Flanners, music matters. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play. Turn it up next on What's on Tap.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
When traveling at 20 miles per hour, the average stopping distance is about 40 feet.
That stopping power is calculated in both thinking and braking distance.
And assuming you've got the thinking and braking part down, the only thing left is good tires.
Just Google Richlands to schedule an appointment at any of our 5 convenient locations.
And rest assured, we'll put you in the right tire no matter what sort of vehicle you drive.
Plus, every tire purchase that we install automatically comes with our free flat tire protection plan.
5 conveniently located facilities, all AAA approved,
and all staffed by ASE certified technicians ready to install your tires.
So Google Richlands
or go to richlands.com.
And remember to be safe, buckle up, and hey, always make sure you have good tread on your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Richlands, your
due for tire service.
Since 1964, we've changed your tires and so much more. Richlands Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richlands.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Advent. I had some snoring issues that kept my wife up at night. That led to poor sleep and a lot of tired mornings on the radio, and nobody wants that, trust me. But it's simply, my nose wasn't working the way it should. I decided to go to Advent for a quick 30-minute visit, one of their great facilities, talk to a bunch of their doctors. They really put me at ease. After a really simple sleep study at home in my own bed, they determined the root cause of my problem had to do with my sinuses and nasal passages in my breathing triangle. I didn't even know I had a breathing triangle, so I went to see Advent. After a short procedure done in office, I'm back to breathing well, and my wife and I are both back to sleeping through the whole night. The best sleep we've ever had. That could be you. If you struggle with restless nights like I did, take the time to see how Advent can help. To find out how breathing well and sleeping well can make your life and your nights a whole lot better, go to AdventKnows.com, schedule an appointment today. Because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Finish up projects with GE-branded silicone sealants. Tub and tile silicone is 100% waterproof and offers same-day water readiness, making it perfect to use in kitchens and bathrooms. Shop our selection of GE sealants in-store and on Menards.com and save big. Plus, check out the weekly flyer to view all of our other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
Congratulations to Dave in Milwaukee, who won tickets just now to see Ringo Starr and the All-Star Band at Miller High Life Theater tomorrow night. If you didn't win, don't be too bummed out. You can still get your own tickets at PabstTheaterGroup.com to see Ringo Starr and a stacked band of his all-stars, including Steve Lukather. I just said Jeff Lukather. Steve Lukather from Toto, and also Colin Hay from Men at Work, and other stellar musicians on that stage with him. The Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. You can see one of the Beatles in person tomorrow. That's pretty special. And the song you need to hear, John Lennon and Paul McCartney wrote it with the intention that Ringo Starr would sing it. But they ended up giving this song to the Rolling Stones first for their single, I Want to Be Your Man. The Beatles recorded their own version with Ringo singing lead for the 1963 album With the Beatles. I Want to Be Your Man is the song you need to hear. Sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at Flanners.com. At Flanners, music matters. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. Love you like no other, baby, like no other can. Love you like no other, baby, like no other can. I wanna be your man. 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 Tell me that you love me, baby. Let me understand. Tell me that you love me, baby. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. 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 Wow! Man. Love you like no other, baby, like no other can. Love you like no other, baby, like no other can. I wanna be your man. 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 Come on. I wanna be your man.
Told you it was a banger from the Beatles. I Want to Be Your Man. Ringo Starr on lead vocals, and Ringo Starr and his all-star band tomorrow night on stage. They'll be singing that song. Miller High Life Theater. Don't disappoint yourself. Go ahead, PabstTheaterGroup.com if you want to get tickets, because that song made me want to go see Ringo tomorrow night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and share the podcast of tonight's show with your favorite Downton Abbey fans so they can hear that chat with Lord Grantham, Tom Branson, and Mr. Mosley, and get psyched for Downton Abbey, the grand finale this weekend. And thank you so much for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Always appreciate it. And like I said, you can always share the podcast or catch up on interviews that you might have missed by going to our podcast page at WTMJ.com. Take good care and enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll meet you back here again soon for What's on Tap on WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios.